Welcome back, students. Today we discuss another easy concept called internal reconstruction. Students, before trying to understand the concept of internal reconstruction, we try to understand one small example. Let us take, for example, Mr. Motu has borrowed money from these three people. Ashwin. From first person, he has borrowed 10 lakhs. From Spider-Man, he has borrowed 15 lakhs. From Patlu, he has borrowed 5 lakhs. Put together, it becomes 30 lakhs. Yes. Now these three people wants their money back. So these three people are asking their money back. Okay. You can see their face feelings. Right? But Mr. Motu has only 25 lakhs rupees. Whereas the liability is how much? 30 lakhs. Then how can Motu will pay 30 lakhs to these three people? He has only 25 lakhs. Now, Motu wants to settle all the three accounts with these 25 lakhs only. How it is possible? Yes, it is possible. Motu will arrange a meeting with these creditors, with these three people. Yes. He will tell the situation like this. I have only 25 lakhs, whereas I owe money to you people 30 lakhs. So he will ask these creditors, if you reduce your liability, then I will settle your accounts with the whatever amount available with me. Now, these three people agreed to forego some amount. That is the mutual understanding between Motu and these three people. Is it or not? So finally, whatever the amount available with the Motu, that is 25 lakhs, is settled with these three people. Now the same concept we will apply to the companies, that means business also. Whenever a business is suffering from losses, then what we will do, we will make an arrangement with the creditors and shareholders. Now see, students, now we will see the concept of reconstruction. See, whenever a company is suffering loss for several past years and suffering from financial difficulties, it may go for reconstruction. If you have seen my previous video on liquidation of companies, look at here. Whenever a company is continuously suffering from loss, it has three options. One, liquidation, another one, amalgamation, another one, internal reconstruction. So today we are going to discuss this concept of internal reconstruction. Okay, students? Now look at. So when we will see the concept of internal reconstruction only at the time of suffering, only at the time of only when a company is suffering loss for several past years and suffering from financial difficulties. Now, next point. In other words, when a company's balance sheet shows huge accumulated losses, heavy fictitious and intangible assets, or is in financial difficulties, or is too overcapitalized and then the process of reconstruction is restored. Students, here you have to understand some words meanings. See, when a company's balance sheet shows huge accumulate losses means what? Accumulated losses means net loss. These accumulated losses you can see on the debit side of, on the right hand side of balance sheet. See, generally profit and loss account shows credit balance. If it is shows credit balance, then we will show it under liabilities side. In sole proprietorship, we will add to the capital. In partnership, we will distribute among partners. In company, we will show it as a separate item under reserves and surplus on the liability side. When you see this profit and loss account balance on the assets side of the balance sheet, then that company is loss making company. Now, heavy fictitious and intangible assets. See students, here intangible asset means only goodwill. Don't take other assets because only intangible asset which is no use is goodwill. And patents, intangible asset. Copyrights, intangible assets. With these, we have use. So, intangible asset means take only goodwill. Next, fictitious assets. Fictitious assets means नाम के वास्ता वो हमारे बैलेंस शीट में एसेट्स के साइड पे रहता, लेकिन उससे हमको यूज कुछ भी नहीं. सो फिक्टिशियस का मतलब क्या है? नाम के वास्ता. जस्ट फॉर पर्पस इट इज एन एसेट, बट if you try to realize this asset, you cannot generate amount. Examples: discount on issue of shares and debentures, premium on redemption of debentures and preference shares. So like this we have deferred revenue expenditure. Okay, these are fictitious assets. When we solve the problems, you can see more fictitious assets. Or is in financial difficulties. We know that financial difficulties, or is to over capitalized, and then the process of reconstruction is restored. Students, you cannot start the reconstruction process as you like, because it is the agreement between the shareholders, creditors of the company. Then only this reconstruction. First you have to draw a scheme. What is the scheme of reconstruction? That we will see later. Now look at what is the meaning of this reconstruction. Internal reconstruction refers to the internal reorganization of the financial structure of a company. Students, here what is the meaning of internal reconstruction? The company, without liquidating, without amalgamation, it is reconstructing itself. Okay, its financial structure. Reconstruction means what? It will not construct any building, any plant. It will reconstruct its financial position. Is it, students? Don't misunderstand the word reconstruction. Okay, reconstruction is not reconstructing the building. Okay, in business, reconstruction means reconstructing or reorganizing the financial position of the business, financial structure of the business. Now, it is also termed as reorganization, which permits the existing company to be continued. Students, when a loss-making company opts internal reconstruction procedure, then it will continue its existing business. Generally, what happens in internal reconstruction? Capital is reduced to write off the past accumulated losses of the company. Okay, here capital is reduced because ultimately in sole proprietorship, the sole proprietor should take all the liabilities. That means whatever the loss in the business arised, he has to bear it. In partnership, the partners will bear the loss on business. Now, in the company, the shareholders, especially the equity shareholders should bear the losses which arises in the company. So the share capital, whatever the amount due to the shareholders, that amount is reduced. For what purpose? To write off the past accumulated losses of the company. The accounting procedure of internal reconstruction is distinct from that of amalgamation and absorption. As we know, in this case, amalgamation, the accounting treatment is different. Absorption, the accounting treatment is different. Here it is internal reconstruction, the accounting treatment is different finally. Right. So now we try to understand what is the exact meaning of this internal reconstruction. See students, reconstruction is a process by which affairs of a company, here affairs means assets and liabilities, of a company are reorganized by revaluation of assets. Revaluation of assets. Students, what is the meaning of this revaluation of assets? Sometimes the assets are overvalued and sometimes the assets are lesser valued, undervalued, overvalued or undervalued. In that case, at the time of reconstruction, we have to correctly estimate or revalue the assets. Next, reassessment of liabilities, and by writing off the losses already suffered. Losses already suffered means profit and loss account, debit balance. By reducing the paid up, how you will write off this? By reducing the paid up value of shares. Here we have seen generally share capital is reduced to write off the past accumulated losses. Yes, so the same thing here they are saying. At paid up value of shares and or varying the rights attached to different classes of shares. The object of reconstruction is usually to reorganize capital or to compound with creditors or to effect economies. Such a process is called internal reconstruction, which is carried out without liquidating the company and forming a new one. Students, do remember in internal reconstruction, no new company is formed. Okay, the existing company is reconstructed itself, its financial position. Is it clear, students? In the examination, they may ask a question called, what is the difference between internal reconstruction and external reconstruction? Or simply they will ask for 4 marks, internal reconstruction. Then you have to write this paragraph. Okay, and you have to write some other points. What happens in internal reconstruction? Is it clear, students? If you want, you can take the screenshot. Next, come to another important question called difference between internal reconstruction and external reconstruction. This is important question from examination point of view, students. Now we will see the meaning. What is the meaning of internal reconstruction and external reconstruction? Look at internal reconstruction. See, generally you are in a position to tell what will happen in internal reconstruction. Forget about external reconstruction. You can say what happens in internal reconstruction. What happens? Internal reconstruction refers to the method of corporate restructuring wherein existing company is not liquidated to form a new one. Yes, the existing company is not liquidated. It will reconstruct its financial position internally only. But external reconstruction, what happens? The company is liquidated and a new company is formed to take over the old company. See, external reconstruction is one in which the company undergoing reconstruction, that means loss making company, is liquidated to take over the business of existing company. Right? Next, new company. That means whether in internal reconstruction a new company is formed or not. Yes, in internal reconstruction no new company is formed, but external reconstruction new company is formed. Okay, students. Next, use of specific terms in balance sheet. Students, when you have reconstructed your company internally up to 5 years, you have to use the word unreduced. after the name of company. While you are preparing the balance sheet, we have to use the words unreduced after the name of the company. So balance sheet of the company contains unreduced. Why? Because you have reduced the capital, you have reduced the liabilities, and you have reduced your assets, and you have written off your fictitious assets and accumulated past losses, an intangible asset, that is goodwill. So while making investment by the investors in your company, they will see your financial position. If you will not use these words, then they cannot understand, not, or they are not in a position to identify whether it is a reconstructed company or not. Because generally in reconstructed company, the share value is less compared to other companies. So the investors will see, by looking these words, they can understand, yes, this is a reconstructed company. Is it clear, student? So in reconstruction, internal reconstruction, while you are preparing the balance sheet of the company contains unreduced word. But in case of external reconstruction, no specific terms are used in the balance sheet. Simple. Capital reduction. Yes. In internal reconstruction, the capital of the company is reduced. Yes, capital is reduced and the external liability holders waive their claims. But in external reconstruction, capital and liabilities are not reduced. Why? Because the company is liquidated and a new company is formed to take over the liquidated company. Yes. Next, approval of the court. For internal reconstruction, you need approval of the court or NCLT, National Company Law Tribunal. In external reconstruction, you don't need such type of approvals. Next, transfer of assets and liabilities. In case of internal reconstruction, no such transfer takes place. Yes, because we are not selling our company or we are not liquidating our company to transfer the assets and liabilities. So, in internal reconstruction, no such transfer takes place. But in external reconstruction, assets and liabilities of existing company are transferred to the new company. Why? Because a new company is formed to take over the old company. So in that case, automatically the assets and liabilities of existing company are transferred to the new company. Is it clear, students? This is very important question, theory question from this internal reconstruction concept. Hope you understand. Now next we will see. Now from here you have to listen carefully, students. Now here in each and every problems you can see this word scheme of reconstruction in internal reconstruction problems. What is the scheme of reconstruction? Simple. Simply it is an agreement between the company and its shareholders and its creditors. And this scheme should be approved by the court and or National Company Law Tribunal. Then only it becomes scheme of reconstruction. See, students, a scheme of reconstruction is a court approved agreement between a company and its shareholders or creditors. So the company will prepare a scheme of reconstruction, but finally it should be approved by whom? The court or National Company Law Tribunal. Students, I will give you one example. As you know, recently S Bank went into crisis. S Bank has prepared internal reconstruction scheme. If you follow this link, you can see the reconstruction scheme, students. I will show you. If time permits, you can see it later. Just a moment, students. Yes, here it is. Here, if you observe, it is not finalized, just it is a draft. Draft S Banks Limited Reconstruction Scheme 2020. Students, here you can see the scheme. If time permits, go to this scheme. S Bank Limited is a banking company registered under the Companies Act 1956 and carrying on the business of banking in India. You may get a doubt, sir, it is Companies Act 1956, not 2013. Yes, students, this is a previous company which is registered under 1956. Next, short title and commencement definitions used in this scheme: share capital of the reconstructed bank, alteration of articles of association, constitution of the board of directors. So you can see the rights and liabilities of the reconstructed bank. You can see the draft reconstruction scheme. It's a draft, students. It should be finally approved by the court and sealed. Is it clear? So if time permits, go through this. Now, come back. Next, students, while we are reconstructing our financial structure, we will take the help of one account, that is capital reduction account or reconstruction account. See, in case of partnership admission, retirement or death, we use revaluation account. If you remember in the previous semester, while we are solving first unit, in case of admission, partner retirement or death of a partner, we have taken the help of revaluation account and its balance we have transferred to partners capital accounts. Is it? At the same way, in case of dissolution or sale or conversion of partnership business, we used realization account and its balance is transferred to partners account. Yes, when the company is not liquidated, then we will use the word revaluation account. When the business is not liquidated or closed or dissolved, then we use the word revaluation account. When the business is dissolved or sold or conversion of partnership business into company, then we use the word realization. Why? Because the business is liquidated. And in the same way, in case of reconstruction, capital reduction account is used and any balance in this account is transferred to shareholder is not transferred to shareholders, but it is transferred to a separate account called capital reserve account, and this balance is not used to declare dividend to shareholders. Is it clear, students? See, generally in realization account, you can understand revaluation account. If there is any balance, that balance we will transfer to partners. Reconstruction realization account, if there is any balance, that balance we transfer to partners account. So here also some people will think any balance in capital reduction account they will transfer to shareholders because this is a company, but you should not do it. Any balance in capital reduction account or reconstruction account, that is transferred to a separate account called capital reserve account, not to the shareholders account. Is it clear, students? So we will, during this internal reconstruction procedure, we will take the help of, in each and every problem we will take the help of capital reduction account or reconstruction account. Either one word you can use. Next, here we will see the journal entry, students. Now, first journal entry. See, generally in the problem you will get the balance sheet of the company, and they will give you they will give you the scheme of reconstruction. So what you have to do, what is our duty, you have to write the journal entries for scheme of reconstruction, for scheme of reconstruction. Exactly, you have to remember, they will give you the balance sheet of the company and they will give you scheme of reconstruction, and they will ask the requirement of the problem like this: pass journal entries for this scheme of reconstruction and prepare the balance sheet of the company after reconstruction. Is it clear, students? Now, so here we are going to learn the journal entries which we record for the scheme of reconstruction. Look at student, first entry. Entry for share capital reduced without changing the face value of shares. Students, you know the face value of share. Face value of share means what? Suppose a share value is 10 rupees. Face value. Face value is nothing but original value of the share. Face value is nothing but what? Original value of the share. Sometimes, without changing the original value of share, they will reduce the share capital. Without changing the original value of share, they will change the share capital. Is it clear? Then the entry is share capital account debit share capital account to debit to capital reduction or reconstruction account. Students, why we have debited share capital account? Because generally share capital is shows credit balance. Now we are reducing here because capital is reduced, so it is debited. And the second account we use whatever the contribution. This is nothing but the contribution or sacrifice made by the shareholders. This sacrifice or contribution we will transfer to a separate account called capital reduction account. Is it clear, students? So this is the entry for what? When the share capital is reduced without changing the face value. Assume the face value of the share is 100. The capital is reduced to 50. The capital is reduced to 50. In that case, what is the entry we record? See, the capital is reduced to 50. The face value is not reduced to 50. Okay, capital is reduced to 50. Paid up capital is reduced to 50 rupees. Now in that case, share capital account to debit 50 to capital reduction account 50 rupees. Is this clear, students? Next. Entry if face value of the share is also changed on reduction of capital, a new category of share capital is created. So in that case, what happens? So here what they are doing? They are reducing the share capital. At the same time, they are changing the face value of share. In that case, what is the entry we record? Now, share capital account is debit total capital, old value. Suppose 100 rupees is the share price. 100 rupees is the original share value or face value. Now what we are doing? We are changing this face value to 50. How much? 50 rupees. From 100, we are changing the face value of share as 50. So here, share capital account debit, share capital account debit 100. Next, to share capital account, what is the new face value of share? 50. New face value of share is how much? 50. And the capital reduced to 50. Difference amount you can take it to capital reduction account. Is it clear, student? Actually 100 rupees is the face value of share, but we are cancelling that 100 rupees share. And what is the new face value of share capital? New face value of share 50. New face value. So what is the amount they reduced? 50 rupees. That means they sacrificed 50 rupees. This is the entry you have to write. First entry is without changing the face value. Without changing the face value 50, and here also 50. Your face value is not changed. Face value is not changed. 100 rupees is the face value, but share capital is reduced. Paid up value is reduced to 50. But here share face value is changed. At the same time, the shareholder sacrificed the amount. So 100 rupees is the original face value. First cancel it. Now what is the new face value of share? 50. Amount sacrificed by the shareholders 50. Is it clear, students? Next, third entry. Entry where rate of dividend on preference shares is changed. What is the rate of preference shares? The students, rate of dividend on preference share. It is nothing but we know two kinds of shares, two types of shares we have. One is equity shares and another one is preference shares. On equity shares, there is no fixed dividend, but on preference shares, there is fixed dividend. Okay, some 6% or 8%, 10%, 12%, 13%. That rate of dividend is fixed. But on equity shares, the rate of dividend is depends on its profits. In some years the profit is less, then they will give less dividend. In some years the profit is more, then the company will pay more dividend. Is it clear, student? So here, what is the entry for this? They changed only the rate of dividend. So let us assume earlier we have 18% preference share capital. 18% is what? Rate of dividend. But now they have reduced this 18% to 12%. This is the entry. Simple. 18% preference share capital account debit. Cancel 18% preference share capital. To create 12% preference share capital, you can say one thing. Some students are like this. Sir, you can cancel the different 6% preference shares, sir. How can it is possible? Okay. So then how we record this entry, sir? Yes, we have to record this entry. Why? Because earlier the preference shareholders have 18% preference share certificate. Share certificate. On the certificate, the rate of preference dividend is how much? 18%. Now the company will call for all these preference shareholders to surrender their preference share certificate, and the company will issue a new 12% preference share certificate. That's why we are passing this entry. Think, students. Don't pass simply the different 6% preference share. Where is the 6% preference share capital? Yes, right. So the company will call for this 18 all the preference shareholders to surrender their old preference share certificate, which carries 18% interest, and the company will issue a new preference share certificate which carries 12% interest. Is it clear, students? Next. Entry when debenture holders and creditors are also ready to reduce their claims against a company. Students, generally liability shows which balance? Credit balance. Suppose if they are going to sacrifice any amount, then that amount you need not to pay. So that account is debited. Is it clear? I repeat, generally liability account shows credit balance. If any liability you need not to pay, then that portion of the amount you have to write off. That means you have to reduce. So in that case, the liability account is debited. Debentures account debit. Suppose debentures account debit. Creditors account debit. Suppose debenture holders are agreeing to forego 1 lakh. Creditors are agreed to forego 50,000. Then total becomes how much, students? 1 lakh. Is it clear? Yes. Next. Entry in case of appreciation in the value of an asset. We have seen here revaluation of assets. While we are revaluing assets, sometimes its value is more or sometimes its value is less. If any asset value is more, that means 1 lakh worth of asset, in the book value of the asset is 1 lakh. Assume the book value of the asset is 1 lakh. What's the meaning of book value? Book value means the value which is recorded in the books of accounts of the company, right? 1 lakh. While in the course of reconstruction, the asset is revalued to 1 lakh 20. How much increased? 20,000. Generally, asset value shows debit balance. Again, asset value is increased. That means assets account is debited with more 20,000. Earlier we have debit with 1 lakh. Now we have to debit with another 20,000. Is it clear? So asset account, it is a gain to us. 20,000 to 20,000. You have to take only the gain amount. Don't take 1 lakh 20 here. Why should you not take 1 lakh 20? Why? Because already 1 lakh worth of asset we have recorded in the books. We have to record more 20,000 worth of asset. That's why you have to write here only the difference amount, 20,000. Next. 6th entry, students. Next entry. Just a moment, students. Meantime, you can write these entries. Battery is low. I'll charge it. Just write down these entries, students. I'll come soon. Welcome back, students. Yes, we are at 6th entry. Now What is this sixth entry, students? Entry: if any contingent liability matures and is to be paid immediately, the following entry is passed. Any contingent liability. Contingent liabilities means what, students? Best example for this is bills discounted with the bank. This is a contingent liability because the first, if you discount the bill with the bank, the drawee has to honor the bill first. If the drawee fails to honor the bill, then the banker will ask the drawer. So that is a contingent liability to us. So in that case, what is the entry you have to record? Capital reduction account debit to liability payable account if it is payable, to bank account if it is paid. Is it clear, students? Next, entry for utilizing. This is important entry, students. Entry for utilizing the amount of capital reduction to write off. This means what? Write off. To write off accumulated losses. So till now we have amount in the capital reduction account. Here capital reduction, here capital reduction credit, here capital reduction credit, here capital reduction credit. That means we have some balance in capital reduction account. So that balance we have to utilize to write off the accumulated losses by entry. Capital reduction account debit to profit and loss account, ordinary expenses account, discount on share or debentures account, goodwill account, trade assets account, etc. If the asset is undervalued, patents or copyrights account. To the extent, see, we should not write off the patents and copyrights directly. If in the problem they specify, then only you have to write off the patents or copyrights. But goodwill, whether they specify or not in the problem, you have to write off. Do remember this point. Whether they specify or not in the problem, you have to write off the goodwill, at the same time profit and loss account. Don't wait for instruction. But for patents and copyrights, you have to wait for instructions in the problem. Then only you have to write off this patent or copyrights. Otherwise, don't write off it. This is another entry. Next, finally, if there is any balance in capital reduction account, that balance, this capital reduction account either shows no balance or it shows credit balance. It will never show debit balance. Debit balance in capital reduction account means again it is loss. We are doing this internal reconstruction process to write off the accumulated losses. Again, if we get any loss in capital reduction account, then there is no use of this internal reconstruction scheme. That's why in the capital reduction account, either there should be no balance or it should be credit balance. So if it is credit balance, then capital reduction account debit to capital reserve account. Is it clear, students? Yes. So here one note point. Be careful while using the word reduced by and reduced to in the problems. Yes, students. Here some students, they may fail to understand these words. Reduced by and reduced to. You have to understand. While solving problem, I will explain what is these words meaning. Now, students, please have a look on page number C5, problem number 1. We try to, students, these entries, okay, these 5 entries we have recorded. If you want, you can record this 6, 7, 8. I will give 1 minute time. Please make it fast. Okay, students. Now we'll try to understand one problem. Look at page number yeah, page number C5, problem number 1. Okay, look at Vikrant Company Limited has the following balance sheet as on 31st December 2005. So they are giving the balance sheet on this date. First, look at the liabilities. Share capital. We have 4,000 preference shares of rupees 100 each, 4 lakhs. So number of preference shares 4 lakh, 4,000. Face value and paid up value is 100, 4 lakhs. 6,000 equity shares of rupees 100 each, 6 lakhs. Number of shares 6,000, 100 rupees is the paid up and face value. Creditors we have 2 lakhs. Next, goodwill 2 lakhs, building 2 lakh 20, machinery 1 lakh 80, stock 1 lakh 60, debtors 1 lakh 80, cash 20,000, profit and loss account 2 lakh 40. This is the balance sheet, students. Now see the scheme of reconstruction. See, considering the financial position, so based on, see, if you observe, the profit and loss account is on what side? Asset side. That means it is a loss. A capital reduction scheme is decided as follows. See, what is the scheme? Equity and preference shares are to be reduced to 50 each. That means what, student? Are they reducing the face value or paid up value? Here again the question mark. If you read it carefully, equity and preference shares are to be reduced to 50 each. They are not reducing the face value of share. They are reducing the paid up value of share. Is it clear? So don't misunderstand this statement. Okay. They are reducing the paid up amount, not the face value. Right? Next, the amount is to be used. See, equity shareholders and preference shareholders have reduced some amount. So this amount we have to utilize. The amount is to be used to write off goodwill and profit and loss account. Students, whether they use this second point or not, it is your responsibility to write off this goodwill 2 lakhs and this profit and loss account 2 lakh 40. Next, buildings are to be reduced by, underline this word, student, reduced by 30,000 and machinery by 20,000. If you observe, what is the building amount we have? 2 lakh 20. 2 lakh 20 is the book value of the building. It is reduced by 30. That means 2 lakh 20 minus 30. It comes 1 lakh 90,000. Some students will do it. Building value they will take it 30,000 directly. They will not they will, instead of taking 1 lakh 90, they will take this 30,000 in the balance sheet. It is a wrong. The building is reduced by 30,000. Reduced by means by this amount the asset value is reduced. Reduced to means the asset value is reduced from 2 lakh 20 to 30,000. There is a lot of difference between reduced by and reduced to. That's why here I said note point. Okay, students. So buildings are to be reduced by 30,000. Okay. And machinery value is 1 lakh 80,000 book value. It is reduced by 20. So in the balance sheet, how much you will write? 1 lakh 80 earlier amount, existing amount, minus 20 written off. That means reduced. So in the balance sheet, we will record 1 lakh 60. Is it clear, students? Next, fourth one. The balance is to be used. What is the underline the word? The balance is. What is the meaning of the balance? That means any balance in the capital reduction account. Students, speaking in English is different. and understanding the English language in the problem is different. So try to understand the meaning of English words or English sentences which they are using in the problem. Okay, the balance is to be used to create a reserve for bad debts. Bad debts. Full stop. What is the meaning of the balance? I said already. Whatever the balance in capital reduction account after writing off this goodwill, profit and loss account, and building machinery, remaining balance you have to use for what purpose? Create reserve for bad debt. Suppose if you don't have any balance, then you need not to create reserve for bad debts. Here I said for transferring any balance left in the capital reduction account, generally we use this entry. But here what they are saying, whatever the balance in the capital reduction account, that balance we have to use for creating reserve for bad debts. So instead of recording this entry, you have to use that balance to create reserve for bad debts. Past entries to implement the scheme, I already said you have to record the journal entries for the scheme and prepare balance sheet. Is it clear, students? Now come to the answer. For the heading, page number C5, journal entries in the books of Vikrant Company Limited. Date, particulars, ledger folio, debit rupees, credit rupees. So this is the entry we record. What is the entry, students? For the first one, equity and preference shares are to be reduced. Okay. Equity shares. Equity share capital account debit. How much? 3 lakhs. So here you can show the calculation. How many shares? 6,000 shares into how much amount reduced? 50. Understand? Equity share capital account debit, because we are reducing the share paid up capital. So earlier capital shows credit balance, now it becomes debit, so you have to debit equity share capital, right? How many equity shares we have? 6,000. How many equity shares we have? 6,000. What is the reduction account? Reduction amount 50. 6,000 into 50, 3 lakhs. Is it clear, student? 3 lakhs. To capital reduction account, 3 lakhs. Next, preference share. Preference share also same. Here, preference share capital account debit to capital reduction account. How many preference shares we have? 4,000 into what is the amount reduced? 50. 4,000 into 50, 2 lakhs. Is it clear, students? Already we have answer for this problem. You did not to note down it. You can just refer that answer. If any mistakes, correct it. Next, 4,000 into 50, 2 lakhs. Is it clear, students? Next. What is the next point? The amount is to be used to write off goodwill and profit and loss account. Okay. And building and machinery also reduced by 30,000 and 20,000. So write down all the losses here. Capital reduction account debit. Here if you observe, entry for utilizing the amount of capital reduction to write off accumulated losses. This is the entry we have to record. It's the same entry we are following here. Capital reduction account debit. Don't write the amount here first. To building. Building is reduced by how much? 30,000. Machinery is reduced by how much? 20,000. Goodwill, whether they specify or not, write off the goodwill 2 lakhs. Here they have specified. To profit and loss account 2 lakh 40. Here profit and loss account 2 lakh 40. Here what is the total debit? Sorry, total credit. Actually, what is the capital reduction account? Credit balance we have. Here capital reduction credit 3 lakhs. Capital reduction credit 2 lakhs. So total we have 5 lakhs. Total we have 5 lakh credit. If you observe, what is the debit? 5 lakh credit balance in capital reduction account. Here, what is the total of losses? 4 lakh 90. So what is the difference we have? 10 lakh. That means we have 10,000 rupees amount. In capital reduction 5 lakhs we have. So that 5 lakhs we have debited. Right? Now 4 lakh 90,000 is how much credit here? Don't forget this for meantime. Okay, so meantime let it. This is the entry actually. So how much it is? 4 lakh 90. So we have another 10,000 rupees. 5 lakhs minus 4 lakh 90. So we have 10,000 rupees balance. Yes, the balance is to be used to create reserve for bad debts. So this 10,000 rupees balance, you use it for reserve for bad debts. So that balance we are using now to provision for bad and doubtful debts. How much? 10,000. So these are the journal entries. Simple 3 journal entries. Date you can take 2006 1st January, because here they have given 31st December 2005. Here you can use 2006 1st January. Is it clear, students? It is a simple problem. And balance sheet. What is the heading? Balance sheet of Vikrant Company Limited. So I said in the brackets we have to use the word unreduced. As on 1/1/2006. Here the ending date we are writing opening. Now if you observe here, okay, see the balance sheet, students. First, see balance sheet as it is, you have to draw it. Total how many columns? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 columns. First 4 columns we just use just to write the numbers. Next, particulars, note reference number, amount. Now look at share capital. If you observe, already we have the balance sheet also. That's why here I am just showing the amount. Here if you observe, first we will write equity. We have 6,000 equity shares of 100 each earlier, but now this paid up amount is reduced to 50. So 6,000 equity shares of rupees 100 each face value, comma 50 paid up. Face value 100, but 50 paid up. Total 100 rupees paid up. We reduce it 10 50. So remaining how much they paid up? Assume 50 rupees paid up. So it becomes 3 lakhs here. Plus the preferences. 4,000 preferences of 100 is earlier 4 lakhs. Yes. Now 100 rupees is the face value, same. So 4,000 preferences of 100 each, comma 50 paid up. Why? Because 50 we reduced. So how much they paid up? 50. So it becomes 2 lakhs. Three lakhs plus 2 lakhs, how much students? 5 lakhs. And creditors 2 lakhs. There is no change in the value of creditors. Remaining columns nil. Trade payables 2 lakhs. Five lakhs share capital, 2 lakhs creditors. Simple. Total how much? 7 lakhs. 7 lakhs is your balance sheet total. Liabilities is simple, students. Very, very simple. Now come to asset side. Non-current assets, property, plant and equipment, tangible assets. Here we have tangible assets, building. Building, actually we have 2,20,000 minus 30,000. Reduce 30,000. Goodwill is intangible. Goodwill is written off. Students, do remember, goodwill is intangible, but goodwill is written off. Here next you have to write intangible asset. Some people, they will blindly write goodwill. Yeah, goodwill is intangible asset, write on 2 lakhs. Don't write. Is it clear? So goodwill is written off. So there is no goodwill. Next to building. Actually building value is 2,20,000. Look at here. But how much we reduced? 30. So what is the balance? 1,90,000. 1,90,000. Next, machinery is also tangible asset. But what is the book value of machinery? 1,80,000. But how much we reduced? Machinery by 20. So it becomes 1,60,000. Stock is current asset. Right. So only these two. How much? 2 lakh, 3,50,000. Next, intangible assets nil, non-current. Okay. Now come to other current assets. Current investments, we don't have. Inventories. Yes, we have inventory. Inventory is nothing but stock. Do you have any change in the value of stock? Nothing. So 1,60,000. Write it as it is. Next, trade receivables, students. Trade receivables, nothing but bills receivable and debtors. Debtors we have 1,80,000. Yes, 1,80,000 minus 1,80,000 debtors we have. Sir, why you are writing minus? Students, if you observe here, we have created provision for bad and doubtful debts. How much? 10,000. You have to present, you have to deduct this 10,000 rupees in the balance sheet. Now 1,80,000 minus 10,000. How much? 1,07,000. Yes. Next, cash and cash equivalents. How much, students? Cash and cash equivalents 20,000. No, there is no change in the cash and cash. Now put together. Here 3,50,000 asset side. We are on the asset side. 3,50,000. Here 2 lakhs, 3,50,000, 4,50,000, 5,50,000, 6,10,000, 6,80,000, 7 lakhs. How much, students? 7 lakhs. So liabilities side, equity and liability side 7 lakhs. And asset side 7 lakhs. This is your balance sheet. Simple. Students, if you observe, it is very simple. Here liabilities side, how much amount they reduced? Liabilities side 2 lakhs from share capital. Earlier balance sheet total is how much? 12 lakhs. Do remember? 2 lakhs from preference, 3 lakhs from equity. How much total reduced? 5 lakhs. So that's why earlier balance sheet total is 12 lakhs. We have reduced 5 lakhs. So now your balance sheet total becomes 7 lakhs. Is it clear? Simple. We are just cross checking. Now come to asset side. Asset side, earlier what is your balance sheet total? 12 lakhs. If you observe here, goodwill we have written off. Goodwill, how much we have written off? 2 lakhs. Buildings, 30,000. Machinery, 20,000. Profit and loss account, 2,40,000. We have created provision for doubtful debts, 10,000. Total becomes 5 lakhs. So, liability side 5 lakhs is reduced. At the same time, asset side also, that 5 lakhs rupees, whatever the amount sacrificed by the shareholders, we have utilized to write off the accumulated losses and fictitious assets. 5 lakhs here liability side reduction, asset side 5 lakhs reduction. That's why your balance sheet total is 7 lakhs. This is the meaning of reconstruction. If you observe the meaning of reconstruction, look at here. Reconstruction is a process Reconstruction is a process by which affairs of a company are reorganized by revaluation of assets, reassessment of liabilities, and by writing off the losses already suffered by reducing the paid up. Already suffered this goodwill and that profit and loss account losses we have already suffered, and we are suffered by reducing. How we are writing off these? By reducing the paid up value of shares under or varying the rights of or attached to different classes of shares, right? We are reducing. How we can write off? By reducing the shares. Here we have reduced the shares, and that amount we have used to write off these assets. Is it clear? Hope you understand. These are journal entries already you have, and this is the balance sheet. Liability side first. This is liability side, students. Again, if you want, you can take the snapshot. And this is asset side. This is asset side. Hope you understand, students. In the next video, we'll try to solve maximum all the problems. You people practice this problem again and try to learn the journal entries. Bye students, take care, stay home, stay safe.